The all-new Render Studio. Gone is the scene manager. No more editing and then saving scenes. The Render Studio tab is the scene, so each incremental change is stored in the same manner as those changes in Onshape itself. Render Studio is integrated in the same manner as Part Studios, Assemblies, and Drawings. If you need to restore to an earlier point in the version history, scroll through the change history, select the point in history that you want, and then restore it to the main branch. This makes Render Studio much more intuitive for new users. On-demand tessellation means that there is no longer a need to set scene tessellation globally. When setting up a scene, if there are objects which appear faceted, those objects can be selected and then a finer level of tessellation can be set. Additionally, these settings are saved with part instances. Change the tessellation for one component in an array, and they all update to follow suit. Render Studio now supports local and linked document versions. Updated documents are indicated with the same icon that you are used to seeing with Assemblies and Drawings, and changes are processed using the Reference Manager. This is the same workflow you are used to elsewhere in Onshape and means you have the option of updating to either the latest or a specific version of the linked document. Render Studio's appearance library has undergone what can only be called an organizational overhaul. It is now significantly more ordered with a greater number of categories and subcategories, making it easier to find the appearance you're looking for when scrolling through the various appearance types. Appearance functions, such as bump maps, decals, etc., are now all located in a single category, further cleaning up the library. As before, the fastest way to find a specific appearance is to use the search tool, and applying one, once found, has never been easier, as dynamic highlighting makes it quickly apparent what components are selected. Appearance editing has also been improved, with the panel options streamlined to make editing more straightforward. Render Studio's Safe Frame eliminates all guesswork from setting up production renders. Once the dimensions and size of the render are selected, a frame is indicated which shows exactly what will be in the image. This is a dynamic display, which means that changes can be made to the overall orientation of the objects in the scene. Pans, zooms, and rotations are all supported. Once this scene manipulation is done, the results can be saved to a named view, enabling you to experiment with different appearances, environments, or camera changes while maintaining the same image framing. This is a big step forward and one we feel you'll find extremely useful. Finally, Onshape's exploded views are now fully implemented and supported in Render Studio. Once set up in the assembly environment, exploded views are accessible from the right-click menu when an assembly which has one saved is selected in the browser. All of the same Render Studio processes are supported in this view mode.